Hey everybody, it's Katie. I am currently almost 36 weeks pregnant and Alice is 27 months old. So I wanted to share some of the ideas I've had, some of our plans for easing the transition sometime in the next month or so, when Alice will go from being the queen bee to the big sister. And just some of the ways that I'm hoping to make that a little bit easier on her, but also on our whole family. Alice is a very active kid who really thrives on being engaged. She won't really just like zone out and do any one activity for a long time or watch movies or anything like that. She really needs a lot of novelty in her life and a lot of new experiences. So I have a whole list of things that I'm hoping for us to do that will help fill some of the downtime that inevitably we're going to have with the newborn when the baby is going to be sleeping or the baby's going to be nursing, and Alice is going to be looking for things to do during those times. So the first thing is that we have sort of made arrangements so that we will have visitors after the baby's born rather than before. Before Alice was born, my mom and Mike's mom came out ahead of time and helped like prep meals and clean and just kind of like set the scene for the baby. And this time around we've asked that people come after. I think that will really help Alice because she'll get extra attention when she needs it. Granted, everybody else will be able to meet the new baby too. And I feel like I have a little bit better handle on what to expect this time around. I don't need quite as much help getting things prepped. I just really am going to need the extra hands, later on. One of the special activities that we are planning is we're going to sign Alice up for swimming lessons that Mike will take her to, and it's basically a private lesson for her age group, and she really loves the teacher. We had her in lessons months ago, and I think that's something that'll be really great for her just for exercise, again because I know that she likes it, and that'll be a special thing for her to go and do with Mike. We've been reading a lot of big sister books, mostly books that are sort of preparing like an older sibling for the baby that's coming. But I also have, I've done a little bit of research on books that deal with sort of the adjustment to actually having the baby there, and older siblings, some of the problems that might come up, or just some of the feelings that older siblings can have, like after the newness of the baby being there has worn off. So I right now have like a list through my library card for books that I can request from the library system if I feel that they're appropriate. You could do the same thing on Amazon or whatever. A couple of months ago, I spent some time going through Alice's toys and books and starting a rotation. So I took a lot of things off of her bookshelf and just kept things that were sort of seasonally appropriate or that deal with concepts that we're really working on right now or things that she's really interested in. And I packed away other things, and I made like a box for later this fall/winter. Winter books and holiday books and sort of the next stage of things that I think she might be interested in. So I have those kind of at the ready to pull out, and then I have ones for like later next year as well. So it'll just help her from getting too bored with the things that she's always playing with now, or the books that she's always reading. And we'll just bring in something new without having to buy anything new. Another idea I had was just to kind of keep a running list of reminders to myself of activities for her. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I just feel like my creative powers are just like maxed out. And there's too much on my mind. I can't necessarily think like, oh, blow up balloons, like have Alice play with balloons, put Alice in the tub with shaving cream or whatever. Like I can't think of like even the simplest activities sometimes when I'm really just kind of feeling overwhelmed. So I have been, in my little mom book, I've been keeping just like a running list. Right now it's 2 pages long of simple things that I know Alice likes, that we do on a regular basis now, but that might not always come right to mind. And I plan to, make this into a bigger list and make it visible. So I'm gonna post it on my wall just for me, for those times when Alice is, needs to be occupied when I'm making dinner or something. She needs an activity, and I just feel like I can't come up with anything. It's all really simple stuff. It's like pull out the yoga mat and have her do yoga moves, which she really likes. Put on kids music. have her scrub potatoes in a bowl of water. All this stuff that she really loves doing, but like I said, it just isn't always at the top of my mind. I also have a couple of books to help me keep coming up with new ideas. This is one I recently found in the thrift store that I really like. It is chock full of really simple ideas for activities and snacks and like little recipes you can make together. And it uses almost all just things that you would have around the house anyways. I also have this book, which I've been using for a while now. It's sort of geared to a group setting, so maybe something that would be used like in a nursery school class. So some of the activities are sort of better for a group, but there are so many different ideas, and these are all focused around particular concepts. So if you're trying to teach colors, if you're trying to teach shapes, if you're teaching seasons or days of the week or whatever, there are just sort of like a lesson plan for each day focusing on that concept and all sorts of different ideas for things you can do. I've already gotten a lot of use out of this book, and I'm going to go through one of these nights and just flag, particular things that I feel like will really be appropriate for the fall or the winter or the holidays, or things like shapes that we're working on with Alice right now. The next idea I think I got from Carla the Bubble-Lush. She set up for her daughter when around the time that her son was born, and it's sort of like a semi-independent snack station for your child. Alice can't open the refrigerator still, the door is just too heavy, but in our pantry I would like to set up like a basket or something for her with like individual portions of snacks. We're working on sort of establishing the rules for this, where she isn't able to just like go run and get a snack anytime she feels like it and just run away and eat it, and we don't even know about it. So we're trying to instate this as something where like she has to ask for permission to take a snack, but she's able to choose a snack, and she knows where it is and somewhere that she can reach. So those times when we're tied up and she might need a snack, we might not realize how long it's been since she's had a snack or whatever, I'd like her to be able to go grab herself like some dried fruit, portioned out appropriately. We're working on the asking part, so that we can kind of feel comfortable with that always being available. We're not huge snackers, but I mean, especially in like newborn survival mode, there are times when you forget to eat, and I don't want Alice to be forgotten about.